Hi, welcome to a gorgeous afternoon in Chesterfield. This week's been a bit eventful in the pond for a couple of reasons. One, I was having a look round at them and noticed that a couple of them had started to do, not flashing, but they was jumping out the water and swimming around a bit erratically, slightly different behaviour to normal. So the next morning when I got the stuff ready, I realised that the fish were getting a bit excited and the potential there could be a bit of spawning. So I put the brushes in to give them something to aim at and something to spawn on, and then sat back to see what happened. Apart from being very active and swimming around rather fast, there was no real interest in the brushes. But the very next day, I noticed that they were swimming through the brushes and there was a bit of the activity. And they started to look a bit more positive for spawning. Here's a clip of what I witnessed. I sat back and watched the koi for the rest of the day on the CCTV, and then that evening when I got home from work I had a look at the brushes and they were absolutely riddled with eggs. Which fish was the owner of the eggs, I haven't got a clue. So I decided to take the brushes out, put them into a separate tank, add a bit of air to the tank and then sit back and see what happens. No real issues of whether they live, die, whether there's anything there or not. I'm now going to attempt to catch a couple of the koi out of the pond and give them a quick scrape to see if we can find anything on the surface, on the scale or on the gills of the koi. If you're not already subscribed, please hit the subscribe button and check out some more videos. Sit back and enjoy. Put a bit of food in, let's see if it'll come around. It's normally one of the good feeders. There it is, it's around there. Yeah, see it down there. Not sure if you can see the side of its nose, but I'm going to get that out. Have a look. I'm going to get one of the shisui out. I'll start one of the shisui. So I've got two bowls out. The dark blue one has got sedative in, so the poorly koi I can sedate and give it a bit of a first aid treatment on its nose and have a close look at it without giving it too much stress. And the other two koi I'll put into that bowl one at a time, do a quick scrape. And then we'll get the microscope out and give it a look, good looking at. I had a slight problem with the footage I'd taken from the camera, so I'm sorry about this angle, but basically I did an initial scrape down the spine of the koi from the head to the side of the dorsal fin, put a bit of slime onto the slide then, cleaned the scraper, and then the second scrape I did from the gills down to the side of the koi down the lateral lines. I added that onto the slide as well, and slowly manoeuvred the slime to the middle of the slide before adding on the cover. Just to be on the safe side, I then did an extra scrape down the other side of the head down to the dorsal fin and added that to the slime on the slide. Just to be on the safe side, I then took another quick scrape from the other side of the koi, from the gills down to the dorsal fin. Once I was happy with the slide, I returned the koi back to the pond. It's just a sore around its nostril. Not sure if you can see that on the camera. We'll get to clean up. We're going to check the slides now. This is my microscope. This is a Brunel laboratory or scientist microscope. It's a mono lens and it's got 3 lenses here. One, that's a 10 magnification. That is a 100, that is a 400, that is a 10, so that's magnification of 100 up to 1000 magnification, and in theory 100 shows you majority of the parasites, etc. So got the slides, stick it on, lock it in place, turn on the light, turn on the light, and then we'll have a look, see what we can find. You don't have to have a massive super duper singing dancing microscope, just something that will cover from 100 to about 400. I've also got this PC USB one, which is a Discovery Veho VMS 100. That comfortably does 200. It does the job as long as you've got the laptop and you plug it in and set it up. We'll have a look, see what we can find on the scope. I'm using the iPhone to do the viewing through the eyepiece so I can get a good picture of it, so just bear with me while I get it lined up, etc. But as you can see there, we've got Trichodina that's noticeable on the slide, and there's about, on that single slide, I think there's about 4 or 5 I found, 3 that you can see here circulated, and then there's one that was flicking about everywhere, spinning 3D different angles, and I couldn't really get it in the lens for any particular point, but it's clear enough on that one. The beauty is I didn't find any flukes or any white spot or even any Costia or Chilodenella, so we can treat for Trichodina, and what we're going to use in is some NT Labs FMG. So I've mixed 275 grams of FMG into the bucket on the left, and we've poured it into some pond water in that bucket and then sprinkled it across the surface. Just remember, when you're using FMG, it has a blue colouring added to it, which if you get on your skin or any stonework or anything like that, it stains. It is a bit of a bugger to get off. Also, as you're applying this, make sure you remember to turn off the UV. The UV should stop off for about 7 days or until all the blue's gone out of the water. That's a couple of hours after putting the FMG in. The fish is still lively. No issues with them whatsoever. The water looks like a nice cool shade of blue. I've increased the air and I've knocked all the UVs off as well. Thanks a lot for watching the video. As you've seen, it's always good to have a good check at the fish and have a scrape just in case there's some parasites there that you haven't noticed. On this occasion it is Trichodina, so it's not a massive infestation or anything. I did check 2 or 3 different koi and there was none on the little one that was sedated. There was 4 or 5 on the large one, and I think there was 1 between the other couple of fish. So like I started with an FMG formula of parasite treatment, and we'll check in 5 to 7 days whether that's worked, and if not, we'll do a partial water change and do another dosage of it. As I mentioned on numerous videos, there's different forms of treatment. I'm using NT Labs because I've got NT Labs and it's FMG, and that was ideal, that was closest to hand to treat the problem. If you've got any questions about anything you've seen in the video, please write them in the comments below, and if you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button. If you're not already subscribed, hit the subscribe button and check out some more videos. From a very warm, hot, sunny but windy day in Chesterfield, happy ponding.